السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. أما بعد, welcome to Quranic Arabic Academy. Arabic Grammar Made Easy, lesson number 57. In today's lesson, we're going to learn and translate two verses from Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 183 184. This chapter is regarding fasting. Without any delay of the lesson, normally we do a little bit of recap. Because of time, we'll do the recap in the lesson. Sorry, I forgot to change. Surah Al-Baqarah. Translation of Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 183 and 184. 184 is a bit long verse. That's why I've chosen this three. So this chapter of fasting we're not able to complete today. And in the next lesson, we'll do the other 2 or 3 verses to complete this chapter. Let's go through the new words. Well, the words are used in the sentence. Some of the words we already know. And those words, new words, we will learn. First one we can see كتب يكتب. Normally we've learned to write. But كتب يكتب also means to prescribe, to make something compulsory, to decree, to make something فرض. كتب أي فرض. So it's from Bab Fatah Nasara Yansuru, كتب يكتب, to write, to prescribe. Next one, صوم جمع صيام. Did صوم جمع صيام, fasting. Next verse, اتقى يتقي. اتقى يتقي, اتقاء, to become righteous, to become pious. اتقى يتقي, to become righteous. Next, يوم جمع أيام, days. يوم جمع أيام, days. معدودة جمع معدودات. This word is from عدد, number. معدود, the thing that is numbered. So معدودة جمع معدودات, numbered. مريض جمع مرضى, ill. مريض جمع مرضى. Next, عدة جمع عدد, same number. First you have to talk about something. There is a number there. And then when you say عدة, it means That number you already mentioned, the same number. Next verse, ataqa yutiqu, to be able, to be fit. Ataqa yutiqu, to be able. Next, fidyatun, ransom. Kafara. In other words, kafara, ransom. The fidyatun normally is used to release the captives and in return take money. That was fidyatun is used to release the captives and in return to take money. And in Sharia, it means ransom. Instead of doing this, there is ransom. If it is used for releasing the captives, then there'll be a jama, fidyatun. But when it is used for kafara, there is no jama, just fidyatun. Okay, so these are some words, some verb and some isms, some nouns are used in these two ayats. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون أياما معدودات فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين فمن تطوع خيرا فهو خير له وأن تصوموا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. So let's look at the first verse. يا أيها الذين آمنوا, O those who have believed. We looked at this in many ayats. يا أيها الذين آمنوا. So here يا أيها is used. We know يا is حرف النداء. We use أيها if the munada is معرف باللام. If the ism has alif lam. If the munada has alif lam, we use أيها after the ya for مذكر. And for muannas, أياتها. That putting the ta in after أيوه. الذين, we know اسم الموصول جمع. The واحد is الذي. آمنوا, we went through this many times. آمن يؤمن, to believe. So آمن is فعل الماضي. The واو is the فاعل. يا أيها الذين آمنوا. Oh, those who have believed. كتب عليكم الصيام. So كتب يكتب. The فعل ماضي is كتب, which is known as معلوم. But we also have فعل الماضي مجهول. So فعل ماضي معلوم means the doer is known. Doer is present in the sentence or doer is known. الفعل الماضي مجهول, the doer is unknown. Sometimes the doer can be known. That is فعل المجهول. And how do you make فعل المجهول in الفعل الماضي? First letter ضمة, which is فاء الكلمة ضمة, and the middle letter عين الكلمة كسرة. From ثلاثي مجرد verb, 3-letter verb, فاء الكلمة ضمة, عين الكلمة كسرة. كتب. Prescribed, prescribed. عليكم, upon you. الصيام, we can see in حالة الرفع, that is the naibul fa'il of kutiba. Prescribed upon you الصيام, the fasting. As we said, we'll try to translate word to word. Most of the time, the sentence will be correct. And if sometimes the sentence doesn't make sense, we need to back and forward some words in English sentences. But here, perfect, word to word. Kutiba, prescribed. Alaykum, upon you. As-siyamu, the fasting. Makes sense. Next, كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم. كما, as. The way it was, or the way. Keep it simple as. كتب, what is the naibul fa'il? Any ism coming in halatul rafa? No. So the huwa will be naibul fa'il, and whenever we use a damir, there must be a marja, referring back. So huwa means as-siyam, as it was prescribed. Kutiba, kama kutiba, as huwa, it was prescribed. على الذين, on those, min qablikum, before you. Whenever we say this min qablikum, obviously we don't translate min. Min means from. We translate all together, before you. Before you. Qabli, before. Kum, you, before you. Here min, in English we don't translate, but in Arabic we need this min before qabli. Okay? كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم, as it was prescribed upon those before you. Very straightforward, very simple. لعلكم تتقون. لعل. We've learned a group of حروف النواصب. إن وأخواتها. In that group we've learned لعل. So there are 6 in total. إن وأخواتها. إن, أن, كأن, لكن, ليت, لعل. So all these comes before al-jumla al-ismiyya. So after inna, after la'alla, after later, we will see an ism. So that ism can be a solid ism, that ism can be a damir. So over here we can see damir. normal will be the mubtada, but لعل takes the next ism into halatun nasab. So what is the damir of halatun nasab? So here we can say kum, that means jama. So the damir of halatul rafa is antum, and the damir of halatul nasab is kum, and also halatul jar also kum. Okay, so the way the isms have i'rab, same way the damir will have i'rab, but damir are called mabni. Okay, they don't change. They have their own shape in halatul rafa, own shape in halatul nasab and jar. So the shape in halatul rafa is antum. If we take la'alla way, then we have to use antum tattaqun, because la'alla came, it takes antum into halatul nasab, which is kum. Okay. Tattaqun, as we've learned the verb ittaqa yattaqi. Ittaqa yattaqi. So here we can see the alamat mudara ta at the beginning, and there's a waw and noon at the end. That noon is noon i'rabi, and the waw is for jama. So yattaqi, yattaqiyani, yattaquna. So when there's a ya, it means the third person, ghaib, but when there's a ta, then is muhatab, you all, male. La'alla, maybe. This is what we, English translation, may, not be, may. It means certain. Okay? In Arabic, la'alla means certain. It will happen. But in English, we just translate may. May you tattaqun, become righteous. Ittaqa yattaqi, to become righteous, or to become pious, or to become God-fearing. That's what ittaqa means, okay? لعلكم تتقون, you may become righteous. Okay, so let's write translation. Oh, you who have believed. Oh, you who have believed. يا أيها الذين آمنوا, prescribed, كتب, prescribed, عليكم, upon you, prescribed upon you, الصيام, the fasting, كما, as, كتب, who is the naibul fa'il, as it was prescribed, على, upon, الذين, those, upon those, من قبلكم, before you. لعلكم تتقون, may you become righteous. If you put a full stop there and start, you may become righteous. O you who have believed, prescribe upon you the fasting as it was prescribed upon those before you. لعلكم تتقون, you may become pious. Sometimes we can translate so that you may become pious. Means when we fast, we will become righteous or pious. Okay, so we went through all the words are used in this sentence. Now we're able to translate easily. Next ayah. Up. See if we can get over here. أياما معدودات. We say both ism in halatun nasab. When there are two isms, both the Arab is the same. Most probably is going to be Mawsuf Sifa construction. Okay? When two isms, the Arab is the same. Most probably it is Murakkab Tawsifi, Mawsuf and Sifa. We need to look the second ism, is it a Sifat ism? So Ma'adudatin, yes, it is Sifat ism, describing the Ayyam. Now, why is Ayyam in Halatun Nasab? That's we need to know. We know the isms can be in Halatun Nasab. Number one, the object of the sentence, Maf'ul, number one. Number two, ism can be in Halatun Nasab when there is inna wa akhawatuha comes before it. Over here, we don't see any inna wa akhawatuha before it. And remember, inna wa akhawatuha never ever can be mahdhuf, hidden. Never ever can be hidden. Inna wa akhawatuha. It has to be present in the sentence. But that is not the case. Inna wa akhawatuha is not present. Number two is the maf'ul. We have no choice, but we have to say this is maf'ul. Sometimes a fail can be hidden. A fail can be hidden, and that the next ism in halatun nasab has to be maf'ul. What is the fail hidden here? From the context, we will say, because Allah is saying, كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ, Siyam is prescribed. First of all, let's see what is the translation of أَيَّامًا مَعْدُودَاتٍ. The word ma'adudun or ma'adudatun, numbered. Okay? So numbered days. So to make sense, we can say fixed numbers of days. Fixed numbers of days. What? Fast. Okay? The fast, fixed number of days. So here we can say the fail is hidden, which is fi'lul amr, sumu. Sum is for singular, wahid mudhakkar, mukhatab, sum, you fast. The jama will be sumu. Ayyaman ma'dudatin. And any ism that comes as maf'ul and if it gives us the meaning of place or time, it's called ظرف. ظرف. So أيام is giving us meaning of time, so it is ظرف. ظرف زمان. ظرف زمان. We didn't go through this, or we didn't learn. In the previous course we did, there are 5 types of مفعول. 5 types of مفعول. Number 1 is the normal مفعول, standard مفعول. Any ism be the مفعول is called the action of the fail takes place on the مفعول. The action takes place on the object. For example, I ate an apple. So the action of eating took place on apple. So normal مفعول is called مفعول به. It's called مفعول به. And if that مفعول gives us the meaning of place or time, the action has been done in the time. In that time. The action has been taken place on the place. So in is called في. In. So فيه. مفعول فيه. If the action takes place in time, is مفعول فيه. And we also can call as zaman. ظرف. If it's place, ظرف مكان. If it's time, ظرف زمان. Both of them we call مفعول فيه. So fasting takes place in days, the time. So here will be مفعول فيه. Of the hidden fell, sumu. Okay. Sumu أياما معدودات. Fast in fixed numbers of days. Next. فمن كان منكم مريضا. Why is the ism مريضا in حالة النسب? Again, let's go through. It can be the مفعول. It can be the when there's inna before the ism. So here we don't have inna before the ism. Do we have a fail here? Yes, kana. Kana is the fail. So maridan, in a way we can say the maf'ul of kana. But we've learnt kana doesn't have maf'ul because kana comes in jumla ismiya. Kana comes in jumla ismiya. So in jumla ismiya there's 2 parts. One is mubtada, one is khabar. And when kana comes, it takes khabar into halatul nasab. So this is the khabar of kana. So where is the ism of kana? Kana will have a fa'il, doer, which is huwa. So that huwa is the mubtada. Faman, what about fa? As we know, harf atf, or comes at the beginning of the sentence. Man. So remember, man also comes as mubtada. So over here we'll say man. It is the man shartiya, will come for a condition. If أياما معدودات, fixed numbers of days. Past, fixed number of days. But, فمن, but, whoever, man, but, or we can say if one of you, man kana minkum, but if one of you is khabar, maridan, is ill. But if one of you is ill, أو or على سفرين, على on سفرين أي journey. The indefinite translation, nakira translation, a journey or on a journey. فمن كان منكم مريضا, but if one of you is ill or on a journey, فعدة, same number of days, من أيام أخر, from other days. Means فعدة, make up same number of days from other days outside of Ramadan. But if one of you are ill, you don't need to fast. أو على سفرين, on a journey, you don't need to fast. The days you are ill, the days you are on a journey, make up for them. عدة, make up the same number of days. من أيام أخر, from other days. آخرون, other, another. Jama أخر. So because أيام is Jama, أخر also Jama. Understood? فعدة, same number of days. من أيام أخر, from other days. من make up. Next, وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين. And upon those who are able, يطيقونه الصيام, who goes to صيام or صوم is واحد. And upon those who are able to fast. Why is Allah saying able to fast? Well, we can say, okay, let's do this translation. Fidyatun, a ransom of طعام مسكين, feeding of a poor person. And upon those who are able to fast, and they don't fast, a ransom of feeding طعام, feeding مسكين, مضاف مضاف إليه, of a poor person. When Ramadan became fard, first time, it was allowed. Those who are able to fast and they don't want to fast, okay, give fidya, ransom. And what is the ransom? Feeding of a person for every day of fasting that you know fasting. That was allowed at the beginning. After this ayah, which is the next ayah we're going to do in the next lesson, In the next ayah, it doesn't give this option. Next ayah is fard. Except if you are ill or on a journey, then yes, you don't need to fast. وَعَلَى الَّذِينَ يُطِيقُونَهُ, and upon those who are able to fast. Now we can translate with difficulties. Okay? And those who are able to fast with difficulties, like old men, old women, or those who have diabetes, or those are able to fast but with difficulties. So they don't need to face the difficulties, they don't need to fast, they just give fidya, kafara. So we translate this ayah, suppose this ayah is the first time revealed, and upon those who are able to fast, a ransom of a feeding of a poor person. After the second ayah came down, now the translation will be, and upon those who are able to fast with difficulties. Fidyatun tu'amu miskin, a ransom of feeding of a person, poor person. فَمَنْ تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرًا فَمَنْ تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرًا. Here, تَطَوَّعَ يَتَطَوَّعُ. This fell, we missed it in the new words list. تَطَوَّعَ means to do good. تَطَوَّعَ, optional, willingly. To do something willingly. خَيْرًا. فَمَنْ, whoever, do good. Whoever does good willingly. فَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَهُ. It is better for him. Something is not fard, optional, nafal. Tatawwu is not the word for nafal. So things that not fard, but you're doing from your own will, willingly, is good for you. And fasting is something good. So here وَعَلَى الَّذِينَ يُطِيقُونَهُ. Okay, so this ayah tells us, we can understand from this, فَمَنْ تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرًا, that it was, we had a choice, either fast or give fidya. But Allah is saying, whoever does good willingly, it is better for him. وَأَن تَصُومُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. أن حرف الناصب of مضارع, like مضارع into حالة النسب. أن, there's a group of these words. أن لن كي إذن. أن لن كي إذن. And we can see the noon is dropped. And that you fast. أن تصوموا. And that you fast. خير لكم. Better for you than fidya. You are allowed not to fast, Instead, give fidya. But if you are able and you're fasting, it is better than fidya, better than ransom. وَأَن تَصُومُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ, and that you fast, it is better for you. إِن كُنتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ, in حرف الشرط, if كنتم كان يكون, if we conjugate كان كان كانوا, we come to كنتم جمع مذكر مخاطب, you all. So كان comes with the جملة اسمية. So the tum normally is the fa'il of the fi'l, but for kana will be the ism. If you, in kuntum, if you, ta'lamuna. So alima ya'lamu is the fi'l, waw is the fa'il, fi'l fa'il becomes jumla fi'liya, and then becomes the khabar of kana. Khabar of kana. In kuntum ta'lamun, if you knew. If you knew. If you know the fasting is better than fidya, then you would fast. And because Allah knows better than you, Allah is telling you fasting is better for you. Now you know. Yeah, so that's, I hope when we went through every word and we can translate. So let's start. The hidden file is fast, command verb, fast, fixed numbers of days, أياما معدودات, fixed number of days. But if one of you, so whenever we will have this word minkum, minkum, among you, or we can say one of you. But if one of you are ill or on a journey, okay. But if one of you are ill or on a journey, then for same numbers of days, iddatun, same numbers of days, min, from, ayyam ukhar, other days. Okay. وعلى الذين, and upon those who are able, يطيقونه, to fast. A ransom, طعام مسكين, ransom of feeding of a poor person. فمن تطوع خيرا and whoever. فمن, whoever does good willingly, voluntarily. And whoever does good willingly, it is better for him. And that fast, وَأَن تَصُومُوا, and that you fast, خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ, it is better for you. إِن كُنتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ, if you knew. Okay, good. Yes. فَمَن تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرًا. I think we know this, that's why I didn't say. It is in حالة النسب, so it will be مفعول به, the name of something, خيرا, good, مفعول به. So just remember, we went through two maf'uls. One is maf'ul bihi, the normal maf'ul, the normal object of the sentence. Another maf'ul is maf'ul fihi, that gives the meaning of place or time. So there are some words that gives meaning of place and time. For example, amama. Amama is the meaning of place, in front. Khalfa, behind. Wara'a, behind. Yameen, on the right. Shimal, on the left. All this gives a meaning of place. So if these words comes in jumla fi'liya, will be maf'ul fihi. And zaman, obvious, yawm, waqt, anything that gives meaning of time will be maf'ul fihi. All right, inshallah, that's it. So these two ayahs we have done, taken us almost 50 minutes. We went through everything, alhamdulillah. So in the next lesson, we'll continue the subject of fasting. We'll see. Right, so inshallah, we'll see in the next lesson. Go through these two ayats again in your own time, whenever you get time, and just go through. See if you can translate by your own. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.